You're representing me now. What you think? I'm gonna let you roll in a Hyundai?
If Han was watching this now, he would definitely let you drive a Hyundai. What are cars that you often see broken down on the side of the motorway? Often, I think they're cars that spring to mind are Range Rovers, Vauxhalls, Seat sometimes. And it got me thinking the other day, what are cars that you don't want to break down in? Because they never will break down. They'll continuously keep going. You know, brands like Toyota that often have a great reputation. Well, instead of just saying what I actually think is right, I had a look at some of the options and what are the which and most reliable cars in all of the magazines combined for brands. Not just specific cars, these are specific brands. This will ensure that you never break down on the side of the motorway. If you're any older than me, which by the way is in my mid-20s, you'll know that cars used to break down all the time. I'm talking about that British Leyland era in the 1970s and 80s, where things just seemed to break down often. My dad always went on about it. It was a story he constantly told me. Yes, you shouldn't buy this car if it's high miles because it's gonna break down. Cars just aren't built to last. Well, I do think that is a little bit of an outdated version in my opinion. I believe high mileage is not always a bad thing. You see, British Leyland always broke down because there was issues at the time and the tech just was never there and they were very much mechanical. Now we have electric vehicles and more tech vehicles, but I've whittled it down 5 brands you can certainly rely on when it comes to reliability and not looking like this guy on the side of the road. Before you come at me, I have found a car brand that will definitely not let you down, and I'm not entirely sure myself, I can't actually believe it. At number 10 we have the MG brand with a 95.7% reliability rating, but when I came to think of all the cars, I only could think of the HS large SUV, if you want to call it large, as well as the ZS family SUV. It's earned a faultless reliability rating of 99%, but I thought MGs were pretty unreliable. Maybe that days gone in the British Leyland era. But if they're making it to number 10 according to all the magazines, MG are doing something right. And there's a lot of them in the Asia region. You're going home tonight. Number 9 brings us Kia with a 95.8% reliability rating. You would not be surprised to see that Kia are in this list, although I thought they'd be higher. With that 100,000 mile warranty, let's be honest, that is amazing. When any company offers that, you've got to think that they must be telling the truth. Because if they weren't, they would be in some serious words I can't say, but of course, Kia are doing very well. With parents who both own a Kia Sportage and Picanto, both have been great for them. And the range is good as well now. They make the Nero, they make the Stinger Saloon, and the Picanto's a popular little city car. Kia in recent years have been killing it. You're going home tonight. Just a quick one for me, if you are enjoying this car content and you do like what you see here, I have so much more car content on my channel and please do check it out here. From the company that gave us the MX-5, the RX-7 and countless other great cars, we of course have Mazda, which I'm surprised again is not higher. At 95.9%, Mazda cars are pretty much faultless, with the CX-3 being one of them, and yes, while one of them does look like the Ferrari Purosangue, unfortunately the Mazda 3 was not quite up there for reliability, which is strange, but it is a great looking car, and I've never seen a Mazda, if I was to be honest with myself, ever on the side of the road. Have you? You're going home tonight. From the company that bring us air conditioning and microwaves, we have you guessed it, Mitsubishi. With a 96.9% reliability rating, weirdly enough, Mitsubishi made the list. But I can't really think of any cars they make. Yes, it's the Outlander PHEV, which is quite embarrassing. They have a huge influence in North America, but in the UK, I can only think of the PHEV, which is this small SUV, and potentially the Eclipse crossover. While they might not make the Evo or are in rallying anymore, they still know what they're doing. You're going home tonight. One of my favourite companies of recent, and no, I'm not being biased. Yes, I own a GT86 if you've watched this page before. I have to say, Toyota have been killing it. Yes, with the GR, but also their recent models. With a 97% reliability rating, I have never ever seen Toyota broken down on the side of the road. And if I have, it's probably because there's so many of them, right? From the RAV4 to the Yaris and the new Corolla, all of these cars are robust options for basically going 100,000 miles if you need to. I think if any company deserves the number 1, it is Toyota, but they've been put at number 5 for some reason on this list. You're going home tonight. In recent years, Mini's reliability score has improved dramatically, and while I wouldn't say this 10 years ago, Mini had definitely gone up there.
Hell no!
Throughout the Countryman, the hatchback and the convertible, they are recording almost a perfect reliability. With a 97% rating, people love Minis. Look, I know they're popular and there's a lot of them, but I didn't expect this. Maybe they're not the BMWs we used to know, but that's good news for me because I like a Mini. And so do, of course, the rest of London. You're going home tonight.
You're representing me now. What you think? I'm gonna let you roll in a Hyundai?
If Han was watching this now, he would definitely let you drive a Hyundai. With a reliability rating of 97.1%, it's fair to say that Hyundai does share parts with Kia, and I would have thought Kia would have been higher, but obviously they're killing it in the game right now. Even 10 years ago, Hyundai had made cars that just were not great at all, and no one really wanted to be seen driving it. But from petrol, diesel and its electric models like the Kona, in some of the most dependable cars you can buy on the UK market. Fair play to Hyundai, they do make some quite alright cars now. You're going home tonight. At joint third again, we have Suzuki, a long time shout from a car company that has been a reliable Japanese brand, 97%. The Suzuki Swift has been a long time favourite for most young drivers, and it's quite zesty. It has a bit of performance with a low cost, and now most reliable in this class.
Wow.
The Vitara family SUV has been very solid as well, and the SX4 was a pretty solid car. There's not much to say about Suzuki, they really are just reliable, and that's it. The Jimny was of course only released for 2 years, which is a massive shame, but probably did bump it up a bit. You're going home tonight.
Great news.
Good news, the Dacia is in the top 2. And before you come at me, I wasn't expecting the Dacia to be anywhere near this list. Yes, it uses a Renault engine, but apparently this has made it one of the most reliable brands you can buy. You do see a lot of these Dacia Dusters running around everywhere at the moment, because they're all repurposed Renaults, but I thought Renaults weren't reliable. The Sandero as well has been great, with a reliability rating of 97.2%. And the fact is, they're easy to repair and cheap to build. They're so simple, and there's not really that much technology in it to make it disruptive. Shout out to Dacia for making some fairly reliable and cheap to buy cars. And some people have been modifying them, so you know, I guess it works for everyone. James May approves.
Great news.
You're going home tonight. If you watch any of my reliability rating on car videos, you'll know that there's one brand that always consistently hits the top number 1. Drum roll please, that is Lexus. I don't think there's a car I've not seen from Lexus that has been unreliable whenever I've reviewed it on this channel. You might think that luxurious high-tech SUVs like Lexus are bound to go wrong, but that's just not the case. Of course they're Japanese. And I've consistently said that the NX large SUV was a popular choice from Lexus. But more than that, the UX SUV was also a great choice for a lot of people. Hitting a 98.7% reliability rating across the entire brand, Lexus really have killed it. And they make some good old boats too. Is it any wonder why the IS200 is still used for drifting? You regularly see these things at around 200,000 miles. Well, there you have it. Those are the most reliable brands that I have found in the last year, according to Auto Magazines. While I don't necessarily agree with them all, and you don't have to either, I do think most of them definitely deserve to be in the top 10. Toyota, for example, definitely deserve to be there, but they could be a bit higher. Whereas Mini, I think that's debatable. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do like the content, as always, don't forget to subscribe.